Hey guys, check out our next video on the Bio Beast barrel filter. We had a few questions from some folks on the type of media we use and how we built it. So we put together a little video and hopefully you guys will like it. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. So today we're going to work on our second filter build for the pond, for the pool pond. So we did the wetlands filter a couple weeks ago, and it's working great. But what we want to do, we want to replace these two smaller pressure filters and just make one big barrel filter. So we picked these barrels up from Facebook Marketplace a couple weeks ago, and now we're going to try to put them to use. So never did this before, just like the wetlands filter. So we're going to kind of have our own little idea here. What we're starting with is a milk crate. Couldn't fit it in through the top, so we cut it, and then we just zip tied it together. And that's just going to give us a little space for when we run the same kind of idea we had over there. The water's going to get pumped in through this 1.5 inch pipe here. It's going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to have another tube coming out here with holes in it, and it's going to go under here, underneath the crate, and the water is going to flow up. Okay, that's the idea. Then we're going to have some material to take out the heavier debris and the cotton and polyester, or whatever you call that stuff, to take out the finer stuff. But the most important thing, we have this big bag here of bio balls, and we got these little soapy, they're not soapy pads, what are they, blower pad type of things. So we got a whole mixture of stuff in here, and that's going to go in there. That's going to be our bio setup for this filter. And what else do we have here? I think we're going to have a 1 inch coming out. Okay. Oh, we're going to put a release valve in the back so we can backwash this filter when we want to clean it. So that'll be back here. And I think we're going to have a 1.5 inch feed back into the pond. Hey guys, all right, we're into it a little bit. We kind of did a couple steps without filming, only because we're not sure what we're doing. We're doing this as we go. Luckily, our local pond place, Hidden Reef, was open today, which was pretty cool. We realized we didn't have enough material to fill this, coarse material and the polyester and stuff like that. So I wanted the first line of defense to be something pretty rigid. So I think it's called Metalla or something like that. That's what they called it at the pawn shop. So it comes in 24 by 39 pieces. So we cut it down. It's nice and thick. This was cut to go for our first layer. Under this, just so you know, we have the milk crate that we talked about. We had to cut it in half because this wouldn't fit through the top. And then we zip tied it together. We cut out a notch here so we can run our pump tube down. So what we have here is 1.5 inch tubing. It comes all the way down to the bottom. It 90 degrees out with an elbow, and we have a little piece shooting out that's underneath the crate. We have, I think, 3/4 inch holes or 1/2 inch holes drilled in that, so the pond will be so the pump will run the water down there, and the water will come out those 1/4 inch holes, hopefully, and it'll come up through all this media, similar to the way we did it for the pond, for the wetlands filter. That's where we are now. So we are going to fill this with a few more layers of material. Oh, we did add on this valve in the back so we can clean the pond and clean the filter. So this way we can drain it and get all the the big debris out. We have this bag here, like I mentioned, with all the bio stuff. So that's where we are. So this is kind of chaotic because we've never built this before, and it's really hard to film when you're trying to figure things out. So we're trying to make sure it works before we put it on film. And that's it. And it's about freaking 95 degrees out here on July 4th. And we're going to trudge forward. Am I forgetting anything, babe? Then hold This is so we can see. So we didn't have any 1.5 inch uniseals, but we do have 1 inch uniseals and 1 inch pipe, so 1 inch PVC. So we're going to use 2 of those out. Let's see what happens. There we go, filling it with the hose. Filling it with the hose.
That probably felt very refreshing after all this.
Thanks, dude.
It sure did.
I did it purpose. Edit. Can't tell what's new. I don't want to talk anymore. It's real good. You want me to do it too? Want me to splash it?
One time.
Oh boy. Come on. So what we did, disconnected this filter here, because we have it run from a T-valve, running off of one pump. We just have the other one running over there along with our wetland filter. So we have to fill this with water anyway, or we just suck 60 gallons from the, well, probably about 50 gallons from the pond. So if there's no leaks and we get a good outflow here, we'll hook up the pump to it. May have to put a couple bricks up here. I'm not sure if this is going to float, but no biggie.
Of course, that one goes first.
Right.
Ready?
Yep. Now we got it hooked up to the pump. Go. It's over these tubes here, and the levels right now, we just have right there, and we have to be careful that it doesn't keep on rising. We have to make sure that those tubes are enough to drain this back into the pond. If not, I'm gonna have to put another 1 inch.
Looks like it's holding it there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought once it passed those, it would just... Okay.
It's a good flow.
Yeah.
Nice flat.
Good. Yeah, good. Very short for it. What we're going to show you after exhaustion and out in the sun all day and trying some stuff, and it's kind of working. So that's always a good thing. So what we got here is stretch it out. So here it is. We have we put a plant in there. It's a little elephant ear. It's not really an elephant ear, but it's a smaller version. What is it called? What is that again, babe? Galatum. Palatum. 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 We have a couple in here and they're working out real well. What's that? Babka. So we just have this in a little vase with some holes poked in here. This way it could feed off the water. A little extra protection there. So it's also holding down the mats in the filter itself. So yeah, it's working. We're just keeping an eye on the levels to make sure that the barrel doesn't overflow. Well, we have a good flow coming out. We'll trim back all this once we know this is working. We'll trim back all this tubing, and yeah, check these guys out. Here you go, guys. All right, it was a tough one out here today. Definitely worked our butts out, right there. Good job. So yeah, we'll add more info, and if anything happens, we will surely update you.